So today I'm going to be doing an updated flawless face routine. This is going to be everything from contour, highlight, the old baking routine, well pretty much the new baking routine, highlighting, bronzer, blush, all of that into one. This is great for flash photography. I got a lot of requests to do a video on makeup that looks great when you have your picture taken and doesn't have that white cast or flashback in photos. This is it. Looks flawless. If you need to wear it to an event for like an all-day thing, this is going to last all day long. This is not my everyday foundation routine just because it's not necessary for my everyday life. I don't know what you guys do on a daily basis, but this is just a little bit much for me and my particular lifestyle. But that being said, I love this and don't be afraid to try it just because I know it's a lot of products and it can seem overwhelming, but the end result is beautiful. And like I said, if you have pictures taken and it's a special event, why not go out, you know, and just beat the living daylight out of your face and just show up looking like a star. Well, anyways, if you want to see how I get my face to look like this, then just keep watching. Okay, so to begin, I always prime my face, and my favorite primer of the moment is this one from Lancome. It's their Visionaire 1 Minute Blur Photo Smooth Technology Smoothing Skincare Instant Perfector, which is a very long title, but it's amazing. I love the smell of it. It has kind of like a perfumey smell, so some people might not like that, but it really just fills in your pores, any kind of fine lines you have, and blurs out your skin so it looks really even and pretty. Next, what I do is I apply foundation, and my favorite foundation of the moment is this new one from Too Faced. It's their Born This Way Absolute Perfection Foundation, and it literally is absolutely perfect. It's the best foundation I've tried in a long time. It's full coverage, but it's very lightweight because the consistency of it is thin. It's not thick and cakey like you would think that a full coverage foundation would be. And I have it in the shade Honey, which now that summer is kind of going away, this is probably going to be a little bit dark for me soon, but we're going to make it work because I love it that much. And so this is about like a pump and a half maybe, and that's just enough for my face. And this is the Morphe G6 brush, which I use to apply all of my foundations. And I really love the finish of this foundation. It leaves you with more of like a satin finish, and the finish of it kind of mimics the finish of like my natural skin, as you can kind of see. It's not super flat, which I like. Next, for concealer, I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Concealer. This is the shade Natural, and I really love this concealer. It is cheap, and it is full coverage, and it looks great in pictures, so I'm going to use this to highlight my face. So obviously starting with the under eye area, and I just literally got that in my eyeball. And on my chin, down my nose. This is where I typically apply my concealer. Sometimes I'll do a little bit above my lip as well. Then for my contour, I'm using the Contour Cream Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the medium kit. And I'm going to be using the shade Cinnamon, which is the second darkest brown, to do my contour. And for this, I'm using a G10 brush from Morphe, and I'm going to be putting this up into my forehead because I got a big old forehead. And what I do is I pretty much apply it all around my hairline, just so it makes all of that kind of recede and it doesn't look as big because I had a big forehead. Which probably means I have a big brain and I just have so much knowledge that we just had to make the forehead a little bit bigger, which I'm perfectly okay with that. Then of course, I'm going to do underneath my cheekbone. And then my nose. actually gonna add a little tiny bit more concealer underneath my contour just to make it a little bit more dramatic. So next what I'm going to do is take a damp beauty blender and start blending this all the way. I'm going to start with the center of the face and then work my way out. Now once that's all blended in, it looks great, but it has to be set, otherwise it's going to be sliding all over your face. So I'm going to be setting that with my Mercier translucent loose setting powder, which I picked up recently, and now I see why everyone loves it. So I'm just going to take that on a regular cosmetic sponge, not a beauty blender. It's not damp, it's just dry. And I'm going to be applying a generous amount of this, which I'm sure you guys have seen this all over the baking technique, which I think is amazing because I swear to God, sorry God, I swear to something, that it gets rid of my under eye bagginess, which I don't even know how it does it, but it does. Then underneath the contour, just to define. So then you should look something like this. And I'm sure you've seen this all over YouTube, Instagram, wherever else you might find people doing their makeup, but I swear it really does have an effect. So next what I typically do is I go ahead and do my eye makeup. So I'm gonna let this bake here for a little bit, which it's kind of sad that this baking does not result in a baked good like a brownie or a cookie, because I prefer that style of baking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, then we will come back and remove the bakey cakey layer. Okay, so then I'm going to take my G8 brush from Morphe as well and start dusting that away. I did not do my eyebrows yet because I don't want that powder in my brows, or sticking to my brows, I should say. So it should look something like that. Then I'm going to go back in with a contour brush. This one is from Tarte and it's literally amazing. And my Cocoa contour palette. And I'm just going to redefine and set that cream contour underneath my cheekbones. Just because wherever you had a cream, you want to have a powder over top to make it last all day. And you can also do the same thing up in the hairline. This brush is perfect for that. You can also bring it down your neck if you feel like your neck is a little bit too white. You can also go back in with a blending brush and redefine that nose contour. I like my nose to be slightly contoured, if anything, so I don't really like it to be super defined on my nose, just because I feel like it doesn't look right on me, but it's all personal preference. So then I'm going to just add my blush. Today I'm using Sweet as Cocoa from MAC, and this is just kind of a nice light bronzy color. Then to finish that off, I'm using Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop because this is the best highlighter I've tried in a while. And I just use this on my finger just because I feel like that's just the easiest way for me to apply it. And then a little bit on my nose. Just take my blush brush and blend that together. This is the finished look. I love this routine anytime I know that I'm gonna have my picture taken or I have some kind of event where I need my makeup to last for hours and hours and hours all day long. This is my go-to routine. Like I said, it's not my everyday, just because there's a lot of products going on and it can be a lot for an everyday basis. So yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click subscribe if you have not yet to see more videos from me. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Oh, this is actually a refilm because my lovely little fingers decided to accidentally hit delete on one of the clips from my last video. When I went to upload, I hit delete instead of keep or whatever it says on there. So this had to be refilmed, but I did not delete the funny freaking blooper that happened the last time I filmed this, and you can't rewrite that, and it just happened, so I wanted to include it, and here it is. So that means that somebody's here, and I look like this. There's no way I'm going to the door. I don't even care what could be in that package. I don't want it bad enough to have to explain this to like a 48-year-old UPS driver. Come back tomorrow. I'm not going. Please go away. Please just go away. Sorry, sir, I'm baking my face. See ya.